What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Objective Media, where we bring you unbiased news and objective facts each and every day. And today we're going to be talking about the trade deficit, which has been an issue for a while. Donald Trump obviously talked about it a lot during the campaign. And we've got an update on the trade deficit, the state of it, if it's shrinking, if it's growing. We are going to take a look at that in this video. So the Commerce Department said Thursday that the U.S. trade deficit in the trades of goods and services fell 2.2% in May to a seasonally adjusted $46.5 billion. U.S. exports rose modestly to $192 billion, the highest level since April of 2015. Good news. On rising shipments of cars, consumer goods, including cell phones, imports fell slightly. So you've got a little good news, got a little bad news there. Imports fell slightly in some areas, but obviously, the U.S. trade deficit falling in some areas to falling 2.2%, which is pretty good. Seasonally adjusted, $46.5 billion is pretty good. Now, obviously, Donald Trump's getting ready to go into some renegotiating with NAFTA. He wants to work with Canada and Mexico, who have both agreed to do so. So they want to come into this, talk about. There was a little resistance at first, but they've agreed to since then. The deficit in goods with China fell by 6.2% to a seasonally adjusted $30.1 billion. The gap with Mexico rose by 5.6% to $6.8 billion. So again, a little bit of good news, a little bit of bad news. Despite the dip in May, the overall trade deficit is up 13.1% so far this year to $233.1 billion. Exports are up 6% to $957.8 billion, but imports are up more, 7.3% to $1.19 trillion, which is pretty cool. And to wrap it up here, so far in 2017, the U.S. is running a $336.2 billion deficit in the trades of goods and a $103.1 billion surplus in the trades of services such as banking and tourism. I have been saying this for a while, and this, every video I'll kind of say something that I think Trump needs to do. Donald Trump made promises during the campaign, right? And this is coming from an objective standpoint. He made promises: taxes, wall, healthcare, and trade deficit was one of them. Now, if Donald Trump wants to, this is good news for Trump, because lowering the trade deficit and continuing to fight to lower the trade, obviously, overall didn't lower, but lowering it in some areas and working to continue to lower it even more, that's really good. We've got jobs coming back in the country. All this is good news, not just for Republicans, but for Democrats as well. For all Americans. All Americans can unite under the idea of a lower trade deficit. We're not being ripped off as much. All Americans can unite under the idea of jobs. I'm really excited about that. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and share, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any more. I will catch up with you guys next time. Bye-bye.